This ain't no game round here, it's more like religion. We built this thing right here, a football tradition. So everybody get up, feast your eyes on the highlight of small town life. It's Friday night.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to know that this is the 75th anniversary of high school football in Plaquemines Parish, 1938 to 2013. And here tonight we were going to gather and celebrate the South Plaquemines' homecoming against the Fisher Gators. Should be an exciting evening. The stands are already packed. The homecoming court has been announced, and the only thing we have to do now is play the game. Welcome to action at South Plaquemines High School. November the 1st, All Saints Day, and it's homecoming for South Plaquemines. And as we said earlier, this year, 2013, celebrates the 75th year of high school football in Plaquemines Parish. From 1938 to about 1954, there were 6-man teams. And then from 54 on, they went to 11-man football. The teams that were playing at that particular time were Belle Chase, and Buras, and Port Sulphur. And now we have a consolidated school on the low end of the parish, South Plaquemines, and we have Belle Chase High School on the upper end, and of course on the East Bank, Phoenix High School, who is trying to get their football program back up to snuff as they prepare with a junior varsity program. So we're getting set for the kickoff. Fisher has the purple helmets, gold pants, and white jerseys. South Plaquemines is in the Columbia blue jerseys, Columbia blue helmets, and white pants. And with homecoming activities going on tonight, I have to acknowledge Reverend Harry Turner, who's come from the 1969 class at Port Sulphur High School. And he's here with us tonight as the kickoff takes the ball down to the 15-yard line. And the Fisher back gets the ball back up to the approximately 22nd yard line. South Plaquemines won the toss and chose to defer. So Fisher will get the first offensive series tonight. There were 11 seniors announced for the homecoming game here for South Plaquemines tonight. And the quad captains for tonight were number 1, Calvin Thomas, number 2, Corin Lytell, Jason Williams, Rashad Smith, Craig Mackey, and the other one was Yakel St. Anne. And the first play from scrimmage is stopped at the line of scrimmage as the Hurricane defense smothers the dive play. So that brings up second down and still 10 yards to go. Injured for the Canes tonight, we have that are not dressed out: Philip Turner, Corey Rojas, Wade Batelmi, the excellent little baseball player, and Yuan Turner. The Canes, there's a fumble on the play, and the Canes have recovered and will take over at the 26-yard line. Tremendous defensive pressure by the Canes defensive line caused havoc in Fisher's backfield. And the Canes are in business and ready to score with 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Canes come out in a double wing. Hand off, straight up the middle. Who carried the ball? And that's going to be a first down carry for the Canes. Tyler Martin, terrific Tyler's at the quarterback controls tonight. And appears to be a little trouble on the snap. And there was no yardage on that particular play. So the Canes going an up-tempo offense, staying with the double wing. One back. A handoff. And it picks up about, let's say, 3 yards. So that brings up a third down. Martin calls the signals. And he runs a quarterback, and he's going to be in the end zone. Tyler Martin picks up where he left off last week. And with 10:05 left in the first quarter, Martin scores. And the Canes are up by 6. And the Canes are going for 2, staying in the same formation. And off to the wingback. And he goes around the right side, and the 2-point conversion is good. And South Plaquemines takes an 8-0 lead. And it looks like it's going to be a great night for the homecoming fans as South Plaquemines marches into the end zone. Back to action at South Plaquemines High. It looks like Ridge Battle, number 84, is getting ready to kick off. And Ridge came up limping after the last kickoff, but he appears to have recovered as he drives one down the middle of the field, taken on the run by Fisher. And the special teams for South Plaquemines converge on the ball carry at the 32-yard line, where Fisher will attempt to put the ball in play. And Fisher will have their work cut out tonight for him as South Plaquemines has returned to action Darvin Riley. And, of course, he adds to the defensive stalwarts along the line for the Hurricanes. So Fisher breaks the huddle. Split ends to each side, double slot, motion. Quarterback pitches, and he's got the pitch. And Fisher will pick up their initial first down as they ran the option play very well. Quarterback made a good read. And the halfback received the pitch and picked up good yardage to the near side of the field. He had open daylight, but the Canes just had a little bit too much speed and ran him down. So on the near hash mark, Fisher puts the ball in play, 1st and 10. And that's the second time they've run to the right side of the Canes defense, and that's the second time that penetration just annihilated the running back. And as a result, the Canes have their second turnover in the first quarter with 9:19. And they will take over at the 44-yard line of Fisher. The numbers are a little hard to pick up on the Canes with the white numbers and that light Columbia blue. But Martin takes it up the middle for 2 yards. In the latter part of the season, the Canes have gone to a power running game, rarely passing the football. And as you can see, they're going to stay with this double wingback set. And he's got the sidelines. They're picking up a fumble. And that speed just tears up Fisher again. And that was Corin Lytle, number 2, who picked up the loose ball in the backfield, got a couple of key blocks on the perimeter, and Corin took it to the house. And the Canes have their second touchdown with 8:41 left in the first quarter. They go for 2 again. Martin takes the ball, hands off to the fullback, and the fullback goes right up the left tackle, and the Canes have a 16-0 lead as Delwick Reddick goes for the 2 yards. And the Canes are looking good for homecoming. And while they're looking good, let's give you a chance to look good at your local sponsors. And we return to action as the official puts the ball in play from the back of Fisher's end zone. Ridge Battle set to kick off for the 3rd time. He's got an onside kick. And let's see who's come up with the ball. It looks like the Canes have come up with the football. The officials have not given a signal yet. And there's a discussion going on, but clearly the Hurricane special teams player came up with the ball. And now here's the signal. It is the Canes football. And the Canes will take over on the 43-yard line of the Gators. Number 4, Tyler Martin, trots out with the play from Coach Figueroa. And Coach Figueroa has got to be pleased with what he's seeing in the early going of tonight's action. Power sweep, Jason Williams. And Jason is off to the races. However, there is some laundry on the field. And I'm afraid that is going to be called back. It appears to be holding on a South Plaquemines offensive player. Unfortunate for Jason. That was a nice run. And I have a suspicion, though, if the Canes choose to run that play again, that Jason will have success once more. So the clock is stopped with 8:30 in the first quarter. Score, South Plaquemines 16 and Fisher 0. Now Fisher's got just about a 10-man defensive front up there. And Martin takes it on a quarterback sneak, and looks like he's right at the first down. Now let's see if they give him the first down. And it looks like there should be a measurement on this play. The chains have moved. They are giving him a first down now. Handoff to the fullback. And the fullback, number 30. What a run. Delward Reddick just romping and stomping on the Fisher Gators as he carries for another first down. So as the offensive line continues to fire out, the running backs for South Plaquemines continue to pound the Fisher Gators with hard running. Martin fumbles the snap, but picks it up. And still will pick up 2 yards on the play. Well, let's give him 3. As the Canes are looking for their 3rd touchdown early in the first quarter. Clock is just at 7 minutes. We have very little breeze here tonight, but we have some cool temperatures. The fans are dressed in an assortment of outfits from T-shirts to coat and tie. And that pass goes to, it looks like Jason Williams. And that was called a swing type pass. Actually, it was a backward lateral. And Jason Williams gets into the end zone. And the Canes are on fire here tonight as the score continues to mount. 22-0 as the Canes go for two. Fumble on the snap. We got a legal procedure against the Canes, so they're going to back it up. And the Canes will get another chance to make the score 24-0. So the Canes get ready to try their second attempt at this two-point conversion. And they go to double wideouts. It's a double slot now. And Martin's pass is deflected. And so the lead stays at 22-0 as we take a break for our local sponsors. As the official puts the ball in play, we'll wait for Ridge Battle to kick off. And he kicks off, and it's going to be downed at the 28-yard line of Fisher. As Sean Wilson and company trots out on the field to lead the defense for the Canes. The Gators, who have sent us no roster, get their offensive unit on the field. Number 50 for South Plaquemine makes his entry. Darvin Raleigh again at right tackle. And he and Sean Wilson form a formidable side of the ball at the top part of your screen on the right side, end and tackle. The pitch and the lateral pursuit of the Canes pays off as they drop the ball carrier for Fisher for a loss on the play. So Fisher has one first down thus far on an option play to the right side. They keep trying to run to the left side, and I'll tell you what, that left side of the Cane defense has been terrific thus far. So let's see if they come back to the right side on second and long. They're going to try going on the left side again, and they're just very hard-headed about running over there. And I tell you what, with Sean Wilson and Raleigh, it's going to be a difficult task. So now, more lost yardage on the play. And the Gators are looking at third and a good 17, maybe 18 yards to pick up the necessary yardage for a first down. South Plaquemine's band plays the Louisiana Tech fight song. That's where the band master went to college. So Louisiana Tech fight song is being played in the background. Fisher, quarterback, gets away and just throws it up in the stand somewhere. Might have been throwing to Carl Johnson, a video man up in the stands there. Wasn't anybody within 50 yards of him. So that brings up a fourth down for the Gators. This is the first punt for Fisher tonight. They've unfortunately had turnovers before they got into a punting situation. And now we have a penalty against the Fisher quarterback. And he just threw the ball away, and he's going to be penalized for it. Intentional grounding. And, of course, Fisher did not need that. As much trouble as they've had thus far. So with 5:38, the punter for Fisher is back in his own end zone. And now with the adjustment of the officials on the penalty yardage, he's punt from his own goal line. And he barely gets it away, and it's a high punt, but it's not going very far. And the ball is whistled down at the 26-yard line as the Canes move into action on offense. And the Gators are desperately trying to find some way to stop this Hurricane offense. So the play comes in, and it looks like number 11, Brandon Sherman, is bringing the play in. And Sherman is taking over at quarterback now, giving Martin a break. Double wing, tight set again. Motion. And it looks like that will go against the Canes. It says that has been the only thing that has slowed down the Canes tonight has been some of the penalties. Other than that, it's been nothing but good things and positive yardage. So Sherman gets ready to take the snap. Junior, Brandon Sherman. And the ball is on the ground. And Sherman recovers. And it looks like it'll be put right back on the at the line of scrimmage. So the Canes are facing a second down and 15 yards to pick up the first. Sherman confers with Coach Figueroa as we're still in the first quarter. And the play clock is down to 10. So it looks like the Canes are going to take either a timeout or they're going to take, finally take the timeout with just 2 seconds short on the play clock. So Coach Figueroa wants to talk it over, and we'll give you a chance to talk it over at home or with one of the local sponsors. And back to the field of play with 4 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first quarter. The Canes 22, the Gators 0. As the Canes try to pick up 15 yards. And we've got a man on the loose. And he's going to be right at the first down marker. If the Canes continue to run at will. And that's going to be a first down. And the Canes are set to go again. Motion. Wilson. And it looks like we've got another great run. And there's a late flag on the play as the ball carrier for South Plaquemines is right on a positive yardage, but it looks like the Canes are going to be penalized here. So the Canes will have to go back to work. And it's going to be first down. Played over again. And it looks like about a good 15 yards to pick up. So it was a nice run, but negated by the penalty.
He didn't look like he was holding. It was inside. Yeah, he was inside. He was inside.
And this time the Gators make a nice defensive play. Number 10 by the Gators as he stops him for no gain on the play. That's number 8, Trevon Ragus, who is now running the plays for South Plaquemines. So Trevon is back in a spread, in motion to a strong, heavy set, and Trevon is gone. And that's 6 points for South Plaquemines as Trevon Ragus weaves his way inside and outside and across the field and across the goal line to make the score. South Plaquemines 28. And the Gators zip. And what an assortment of running backs that South Plaquemines is unleashing against Fisher tonight. And that looks like Tyler Martin goes in for the 2 points. And the scoreboard will now show 30 points for South Plaquemines and no points for the Fisher Gators. And folks, we're still in the first quarter with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left. So let's give you some time to recover and to patronize our local sponsors. Back again with Ridge Battle, set to kick off for the Canes. Kicking off from the hash mark. And I think he's going to go deep on this. And he drives the ball down, and the Fisher back goes down to get the ball on a sinking line drive kick. Unfortunately, his knee hit the ground. So number 16 for the Fisher Gators will be marked down at the 24-yard line. As Gators, with 1 first down thus far, the Gators are trying to find some answer and some solution to pick up another first down before we get out of the first quarter. And as I stated earlier, they've been very adamant about running to the left side, and they just haven't been able to get anything there. The only play that was successful was to the right side on an option, and they go back to the left side. And that play is going to be stuffed again. So that's going to bring up a second down. As the Gators must either have a left-handed quarterback or a left-handed offensive coordinator, because he's definitely dominating as far as his attempts to run to the left side of their offensive line. So here's the Gators in a double slot. As the quarterback gets set to put it in play, got motion. Drop back pass. He's got a man open. Beautiful pass. Nice completion on the right hash mark to the slot back. As the Gators come up with another big play. That's the second big play that they've had, but they have not been able to sustain that. So let's see what takes place from here on out. Double slot. Near side of the field is the right hash mark. They come back. They got an opener, number 10. on a counter play. So the Gators are 2 nice plays on a long pass and a counter play. Pick up good yardage, and they have the ball down at the 28-yard line of the Canes. And let's see what the Gators are going to do now in this double slot. They try to come back to that left side. And this time he bounces out. I thought the ball carrier was down. And he bounces outside. And the Gators have the ball down inside the 5. And there was just a slew of Hurricane defenders that had him wrapped up. And somebody must have hit him and knocked him out of the pile. And so that's the best run of the night for the Gators on the left side.
The clock's still going. Well, we don't care about the clock.
And now the official is going to probably try to get some time back on the clock, as the clock should have stopped as to pick up the first down and set up the markers. And so they're having a conference on the field. And hopefully it won't take them too long to sort this out. So here we go as the referee comes toward the press box. And now appears to be a penalty against the Fisher Gators. And this is all taking place with 20 seconds left in the first quarter. And the referee has now gone over to the Fisher sideline to give an explanation. And of course, the Fisher coaching staff is very upset. As the official has spotted the ball back at the 26-yard line. So evidently there was some malfunction of the ball being put in play with the clock. It's the only thing that I can ascertain that might have taken place. So the Canes get a break on that. And Fisher has the ball with a first down. Motion, counter play. And that counter play goes nowhere as the first quarter ends. And as the teams get ready for the second quarter, we'll get you ready for our local sponsors.